This is our group's Caricature, and I am Lian Magadirio.
Donoros D. Saga,
Roselit M. Sumili,
Jean Isaac Taagtaag,
Jenna Nicole G. Tabanao,
Precious Manuel Arthur Lord,
Leia T. Velasquez,
Denmark Villapos.
Shai Nicolette A. Itak.
Politics and Economic.
Politics and economics. Big words, right? But have you ever wondered why they matter to us, Filipinos? They're not just subjects we study in school. They affect our daily lives, from the price of food to the quality of our education, even our future job opportunities.
That's why we choose these topics for our caricatures to make people think, reflect, and start conversations about what's happening around us.
Of inhumane and unjust deeds of politics.
On the other hand, why economics? Economics affect how we earn, spend, and survive. It's about jobs, business, and prices. When inflation rises, prices of basic needs like rice, electricity, and fuel go up. But if wages don't increase, people will struggle to make ends meet.
And let's not forget about unemployment. Many Filipinos leave the country to work abroad because there aren't enough good-paying jobs here. The government plays a big role in this. Policies on investments, trade, and taxation determine whether our economy grows or declines.
So, as what we've shown in our caricature, this is the reality that we are facing right now. There are too much labor of Filipinos because of poverty, and poverty is due to corruption. This shows how implementation affects our economy and how implementation affects us. We also showed here some rich people where they are the ones who's in favor, mostly while some Filipino are struggling to work for money to feed their families, to live and to survive.
Politics and economics, the connection. Politics and economics are deeply connected. A strong economy supports good governance, and good governance leads to a strong economy. But when leaders mismanage public funds, When corruption spreads and when policies favor only the rich, ordinary Filipinos suffer.
That is why we created these caricatures to show how these issues affect all of us in ways we may not always realize. These caricatures were made to express complex issues related to governance, power, and financial systems. We live in a country where political decisions and economic policies shape our future. If we ignore them, we give up our chance to demand better leadership, better opportunities, and a better quality of life. But if we stay informed, speak out, and vote wisely, we can help build a country where fairness, justice, and progress are possible.
So, to sum it up, politics and economics are not just for politicians and economists. They are for all of us because they affect our lives every single day.
So, next time you see high prices for services or corruption, remember you have a voice that they advocate.
It all starts with awareness. And through these caricatures, we hope to spark meaningful conversations that lead to movement.
On our caricature, a politician is depicted using a bag of money to tip the scales of justice in his favor, while other politicians observe passively. The act of weighing down the scales of justice with money symbolizes how financial power can corrupt legal systems. It suggests that justice is not blind but can be bought, undermining the principles of fairness. The presence of other politicians as mere spectators highlights a culture of complicity or fear. Their inaction implies acceptance or resignation, suggesting systemic issues where unethical practices are overlooked or normalized. Such imagery reflects concerns about the erosion of public trust in political and judicial institutions. When leaders manipulate justice for personal gain, it fosters cynicism and disengagement among citizens. This caricature serves as a poignant critique of political corruption, emphasizing the need for transparency, accountability, and reform within governance structures. The heavy sack signifies the laborer's substantial contributions and toil. The disproportionate compensation he receives highlights the exploitation and undervaluation of essential workers in economic systems. The contrast between the laborer's strenuous effort and the wealth of those paying him underscores the widening gap between the rich and the poor. It critiques economic structures that favor capital over labor, leading to persistent inequality. Inflation further diminishes the laborer's purchasing power, making it increasingly difficult to afford basic necessities despite continuous hard work. This element emphasizes how economic policies and market fluctuations disproportionately affect low-income individuals. This caricature sheds light on systemic economic injustices, calling attention to the need for fair wages, equitable wealth distribution, and policies that protect vulnerable populations from the adverse effects of inflation. We made this caricature to critique societal issues, which encourage Filipinos or viewers to reflect on and address the underlying problems within political and economic systems.
This is our group's caricature, and I am Lian Maicadirio.
General Sam.
Diyan ay si Taak-Taak.
Lana Nicole G. Tabanao. Precious Vanille Art and Lore. Diane C. Velasquez.
Glenmark Villapos.
Shiny Nicolette A.